feral cat that comes in unless they're under the age of 4 months gets vaccines.
Can you go ahead and cover that a little bit more? Oh, she's fall off. Yeah, she's kind of freaking out. Oh.
Okay.
Who is number one?
Linda is number one.
Number one. Number one. Today we're doing an extra spay and neuter clinic. We're trying to get as many of the street cats fixed before they start to litter. So each one of these cats is especially valuable in terms of population control. We hoped to get an extra 100 out of this clinic, and we're going to be real close to doing that. Every time you spay one of these girls, you're saving lives. I mean, the kittens that are born aren't wanted. A lot of the kittens that are born on the street have a very high mortality rate. So whether they're cats that are going to end up at the shelter and face euthanasia there, or whether they're going to be cats that are on the street that are, kittens that are going to be oblivious to the dangers, every one of these is saving multiple lives at this time of the year.
Hopefully more than 90.
This is the room where I try. And so recovery is really important to watch their body temperature, but also watch their movements and make sure that they're recovering safely. That's our biggest deal here. That's basically what I do. Is you just keep a constant vigil over all these cats all the time. Make sure that they're recovering, because you hate to get them to this stage and then lose them.
Okay, I think it fell off.
I am assisting with some staff from University of New Mexico. They had a family of feral cats living around their office building, and I was put in contact with them to explain to them the whole Trap-Neuter-Return process. And for the past couple of months I've been assisting with the feeding of the colony, and we've been trying to trap them to do the Trap-Neuter-Return. This is our third trapping attempt. The first two attempts, all we caught were neighborhood cats that already had ID. For this trapping expedition, we lucked out. We caught 3 of the 6. So I'm bringing them in for the Trap-Neuter-Return clinic so they can be sterilized and get their rabies vaccinations and get their ears tipped so they're marked so people know they've been through the process.
You see that little red ribbon right there? Near his tooth? You press on that. See, he's got about a 1 second refill time. 1 second's really good. 2 second means there's something iffy, but you can usually fix it by stimulating. And if I rub your arm like this and it gets really warm, that's what you do with him. You rub him like this.
Okay.
So not petting him, just be really clear here. You're stimulating him to make him artificially warm.
Big size cat. Oh, then you have to get more.
Big cat.
Jackie, let's do that. Dr. Jackie, you want a cat neuter?
Yeah.
Cat look me. Here it is. Now we were stopped for under surgery because you don't have a blinking reflex when you're on.
So we really pride ourselves on watching these guys like a hawk, because when cats die at a feral cat clinic, it's usually in recovery. And that's usually because they're not being watched closely. So what we do here is watch them really closely, make sure that everything is covered, their circulation is covered, their temperature is covered, their breathing is covered. And we have a lot of people that spend as much time in each cage as they possibly can. Because this is an extra clinic, and it's sponsored by Humane. And the reason that it's important is in a month from now, there's going to be 1 million kittens out there. And this is our last-ditch effort to try to prevent as many kittens as we possibly can. We've got 100 cats here, 50% of them are female. So you talk about 50 cats with three kits per litter, and you've just prevented that. It's huge.